In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Welcome to we're back. Welcome to another exciting episode of Pop Cult Ritual. I'm your host, Joe, co-host here.
JD.
Hello, everyone. It's been a while.
We're back.
We're back, and we're sounding more professional now. Isn't that awesome?
Yeah, we have real microphones. We're not just talking into that fucking soup can.
The snowball.
Snowball.
And we don't care if we get demonetized and all that, so this is all...
We don't need money. We're Oprah rich.
Oprah rich. Y'all kiss my ass. YouTube. This is stupid.
YouTube's like, nobody's listening anyways, asshole. Like, we don't give a fuck.
So, what changed over the course of the years, man?
Jesus, what hasn't changed, man? Like, I've moved like 3 times. I had a kid. Other than that, not much. I've had like 3 different jobs, and now I'm just a lazy stay-at-home dad. It's rules.
Yeah. Are you gonna ask me anything?
How's your life? How's your kid?
You. No kids for me, man. Not married. Yeah.
Okay.
That's how sad my life is. But no, don't worry, it won't be suicidal. So, but
shout out, suicide hotline's always there for anybody that needs it.
Like, these guys are pricks. No. Let's see. Life for me. Let's see. Participate in like 2 cosplay Ghostbuster groups, and just done with them. Lived here and there, but have been taking some courses in Filipino martial arts. Have been doing it for like 5 years, so that's why it's been kind of late right now. Yeah.
That's pretty pimp.
Yeah, man. So, Balintuaga Screama, dude.
I wish I knew any martial arts at all. Like, I know how to slap box.
What? Slap boxing?
Yeah. Just slap really hard.
Slap boxing.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, let's see, the movies and TV shows. I mean, those are always like great topics to discuss. I mean, did you like what was it, that new Predator movie that came out last Friday?
Yeah, Prey was really good. Dude, since we've done that, there's been like another Alien movie and another Predator movie, and since we've done the last podcast. Like, remember we talked about Prometheus?
Yeah, we talked about Prometheus. Yeah.
Covenant came out, and The Predator has come out, and now Prey.
Like,
finally, fucking something decent in this goddamn line since like Predator 2.
Now, like, I mean, do you have to watch the previous ones? I would say watch Predator, Predator 2, Predators.
Yeah, I would say you're not going to be lost with anything. There's one like Easter egg thing towards the end, but if you don't know what it is, it has no meaning to the story.
Yeah.
So you're not going to miss out on anything there. But
I've been reading a couple comments about people who just didn't like the Predator look of this one, but I'm like, if you haven't seen Predators, this one's kind of like the super Predator. It's not the
exactly.
It's not the Stan Winston.
Yeah, and to think that, like, I don't know why anyone would hate this one, dude. That fucking skull mask is sweet as hell. Like, and I like his face does look a little bit different, but we've had other different looking Predators.
Yeah,
before.
and they're all
this
different.
Is the first one, yeah. And like to think that they're all going to look exactly the same is fucking dumb anyways.
And I'm kind of glad they didn't, like, hey, I mean, it's a female, she has to fight a female Predator and all that. I mean,
some girl on girl action.
Like, and I'm glad they didn't shove any, like, strong women or anything. Like, at in the beginning, like, you can't do it because you're a woman and all that, like cringy stuff. But then, like, towards half of the movie, like, it doesn't, like, pound its audience with.
But see, that worked because like this was, it's a period piece set in whatever 1715. That like, yes, like back then, like the Comanche tribe, like women sat at home and cooked and wove baskets and whatever other bullshit. So like her being like, I want to be a hunter and whatever is kind of like a cliche thing, but at the same time, it's not like not throwing it down your fucking face like, yeah, fuck the patriarchy. Like, no, actually, it felt pretty natural because it is something that exists. It's not fighting against some imaginary fucking, like, you can't do that because you're a woman because society said so. Like, well, society hasn't said that for a long time. Women can do whatever they want.
Yeah, no shit, man. And the actress, she goes by Naru, but I mean, her character was great. I mean, if you haven't seen like the credits with like the little, Comanche art at the very end, they kind of like, hinted or something, but then it showed like the big Predator ship coming down. Spoiler alert. But yeah. No, I mean the actress's name is Amber Midthunder, and she wasn't dude Midthunder, yeah, Midthunderstruck. No, she was a really really great actress. Even like her brother in the all of them, like they weren't like annoying. There was no.
No, they were all really good. I liked the movie a lot.
You could see though when it did like cut to like Hulu budget, TV movie almost a streaming TV movie. But no, it definitely worked. The people who worked on the visual effects, I don't, didn't look up Google or anything, but I just said like you could tell they loved the franchise and everything. Like they wanted to not repair, but they had a story to tell. And the guy who actually directed it is like a guy who did 10 Cloverfield Lane,
which is one of my favorite horror movies of the past like 15 years. Like, holy, such a good movie.
But yeah, would I like to see a sequel continuity to this? I mean, yeah, I would. Heck, even if you had to like her descendant down the road, and it's like her, just alter whatever. But yeah,
she's playing her great granddaughter.
Yeah. With Dutch, Danny Glover, and then what's his name? Adrian Brody.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah, I started rewatching the Predator 2 because we've seen Predator a lot. So I was like, let me watch Predator 2 and Predators, and I was just like, wow, like these are entertaining flicks. Like, yeah.
Predator 2 is really good. Predators was actually decent. Like, other than the stupid fucking premise and like kind of like, here, we're gonna put a bunch of people together. Oh, they're all dead. Like, oh, okay.
But it was different though. It was different.
But it was definitely different. Like,
yeah.
How many times can you have like the Predator comes to
the Predator goes to them,
and, like blah blah blah, like.
But I like how in Predators they were like, no, we're gonna pick the best.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They say that, and then Topher Grace was there, so.
But he was supposed to be the killer.
Yeah, but he was like a weird serial killer. He's not like a fighter. Like, he's like a sneak up behind women in an alley and murder them.
Yeah, so that's why they needed it, and then they planned it and all that. So, and of course, the weaknesses of these predators is their freaking ego. That I mean, all the movies, their ego. I mean, this could be just a whole Predator episode, but yeah, I mean, we love it. I mean, a coworker of mine, he was saying like it's kind of funny now, like in Prey, they had like the little metal arrow shoulder cannon and all that, whereas in Alien vs Predator, they had the plasma cannon.
Yeah. See, I thought that was cool. Like, I think the plasma cannon would have been like OP for the fucking Comanches. Like, I was fully expecting that, and then they started shooting darts. I was like, oh, hell
yeah. Yeah.
That's cool.
Still, which do you think though is like the best Predator of
the original Predator?
I meant like yeah. We okay. Let's let's go back. The first Predator would always be tier god level. You can't make a movie like that today just because of the culture now has changed and people would be offended by sexual Tyrannosaurus.
And the fact that Jesse Ventura would be in
it. Yeah.
Speaking of, to go back real quick, did you see on Twitter both Bill Duke and Jesse Ventura like praise that chick for her performance in Prey?
Yeah, they did. They did.
Like, that's big coming from the boys.
Coming from Duke and Blaine.
Hell yeah.
Mac and Blaine, yeah.
Oh yeah, Mac.
Yeah.
Bill Duke, Mac, same thing.
So no, I mean, that's cool. I was like, what about Arnold? Or I think John McTiernan's still in prison for tax evasion, whatever.
Arnold's busy banging housekeepers. It's not relevant anymore, but it's still news since last time we had a podcast.
Yeah, same old, same old. We're old. Not old, but yeah.
The old is the operative word.
Yeah.
But anyways, like, it's hard to say because like so many of them are good or cool looking, but then like, and don't let me start on this fucking.
You know where I'm going at this one.
Oh my god! Like I will fight anybody, and till the day I die. Like Alien vs Predator is the worst fucking movie in all of those. I'd rather watch Prometheus and watch AVP. Okay, but AVP had like the coolest, that like big buff ass motherfucker that was like, oh, I'm gonna kick it, and then died like a fucking idiot. Like, oh, okay, cool. Like, and then Predators had that cool one with the like skull thing on the
Berserker
bottom,
Predator.
Predator.
Yeah,
dude,
I like that.
Yeah,
had the black armor and sliced open the.
Yeah, see, and that one actually did some shit. Like the other one, the fucking bitch Predator.
But I meant like with Best Predator. In terms of, I meant like from each movie, which one do you think was the most like badass of?
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like.
No,
all of them, the most badass, yeah, the original or the Berserker Predator from Predators.
What about the Wolf Predator from?
That was pretty cool.
Yeah, it just double shoulder cannon killed.
Yeah, that's true.
The Colorado town from Scar Predator from AVP was all right. Turning good. I know. City Hunter was good. I fought Danny Glover. Mr. Joshua and his gang. if you don't love Lethal Weapon. So this is where I know we had to talk about this, but no, Predator 2 is above Prey. I will defend it just because, yes, you had Mr. Joshua, Murtaugh. It was just missing Riggs. Like, it was basically Lethal Weapon, but with Predator. You had Bill Paxton. Dude, even the freaking I think the police captain or whatnot, he was from Lethal Weapon.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he was one of the guys. King Willie. You can't.
Oh, King Willie was awesome.
Died funny, but still. Like the weaponry, they explored more.
Yeah, I don't know what was happening in LA in like the early '90s. So they had like an influx of like Jamaicans or Haitians or whatever. There was like several scenes like dedicated to like voodoo priests and shit. I'm like, what the fuck is happening?
Oh yeah, and Morton Downey Jr. Not related to Robert Downey Jr., but yeah, being like hard copy. They call it hardcore news or something. But yeah, I mean we can. Oh, don't you dare. All right, we're going to stop on that one. But, yeah, so, man, you see that Spirit Halloween open? Yeah, did you?
Yeah, we went there the other day.
Which one?
The one on Val Vista and Guadalupe.
Oh, you went on that one? Yeah, there's one up on Val Vista, Maine.
Oh, is there?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I didn't know if it was open yet.
No, yeah, I think it opened like last Thursday, I think. What's funny is I went into that one and I had no idea the district manager was in there. And do you remember that meme with Ron Swanson?
Yeah.
Like, hey, sir, would you need any help at Spirit Halloween? I know more than you. But no, she went in. She actually gave me a tour.
Cool, thanks.
What are you looking for? Anything.
These are where we have the shitty costumes, and over here is where we have the slutty costumes.
Like, yeah, I know those hard to find cotton candy gun from Killer Clowns is now at like every one of them. I may probably snag one.
I just saw that when we were there the other day, they had like 4 of them.
I know. I was like,
it was hard to find. But I don't care. So.
But yeah, that's the thing. When people are like, it's one of those things that you just buy, and you're like, oh, okay, why do I have it?
Exactly. Like I need more like prop guns and shit.
Oh, I know, man. Now if they had a RoboCop's,
fucking A, dude.
The Auto 9. Yeah, that would be cool. But yeah, there's a couple things that I did like that Spirit was selling. They did have the Letterman jacket of Friday the 13th. I just liked it. I was like, that'd be cool to wear during a winter season on Friday the 13th. Let's see. There was a couple of like Haunted Mansion stuff. I kind of like their stuff.
I didn't see anything I couldn't live without while we were in the store, but I just saw. We'll put a picture of it right here. This guy just posted that they have a Texas Chainsaw Massacre like door cover that's like Leatherface shutting the metal door thing.
Really? They have that one?
So I'm definitely gonna have to go fucking find one of those.
Oh yeah, and I think Majestic Theater. I know we talked about it. They're having that 35 millimeter projector showing.
Yeah, if they just had a regular version, I'd go. But like, I'm not paying $60 for some shitty like dinner.
Who knows? The food might be really good.
I'm sure it's good, but it's not $60 good.
$60 good, yeah. You know. Besides, why watch it when you have Leatherface right here?
Yeah, exactly.
And nothing to dog on, the people at Majestic or Cinematary, because, some friends of ours are over there. They run it, and they're really cool. So definitely check them out if you guys have nothing to do for that. Oh, sick.
Yeah, and they're doing another one, too, that I really want to go to. They're screening Twin Peaks Firewalk with me, and they're going to have the chick that plays Laura Palmer and Bobby are going to be there.
Oh, they're really going to be there?
Oh, yeah. I'm like, I want to go do that.
Oh, man. Yeah.
I just missed one they did the other day that I wanted to go to. I don't even remember what it was, but they always have cool shit there. Like, I like those.
Yeah, no. Yeah, celebrity run-ins are great. I mean, the recent one that I just did last night, last Wednesday, the 10th, I got to meet Filipino-American, comedian Joe Coy. Dude, that dude was freaking awesome. Funny as
he's hilarious.
Yeah, like, okay. I will say a little review of Easter Sunday. It's great if you have friends that are Filipino, and if you are Filipino, like general audiences, I saw them, and there's some, critics out there that just didn't get it, or just like, like the comedy didn't hit, but I'm like, remember, this isn't a movie for you. Like,
right.
Yeah.
That's when you can step up and be like, this is for me and
this is my Black Panther.
Yeah, exactly.
Where's my Best Picture nomination for
Manila
this one?
Forever.
Manila Forever.
Let's put a picture of Godzilla's son, Manila, with the Wakanda arms up here.
I think there is something with Manila with the Filipino flag or something.
Jesus.
Godzilla's son, in case you guys didn't know out there.
What are the names? Manila.
Minion. Of course,
Fuckface. As I often called him. The Showa era one.
The Showa era, yeah. Was that 60s, 70s, right?
Yeah, it's 65, I think, was Son of Godzilla, and 67.
Yeah, okay. But, oh man, speaking of Godzilla, we'll definitely need to do an episode on that one.
Dude, we could do a whole fucking season on Godzilla.
The whole month, just Godzilla only.
All Godzilla, all the time.
Dun 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 dun. YouTube rips.
Yeah, I was just gonna say copyright. DMCA.
But yeah, man, what else? I mean, any horror movies did you see?
I've been watching a bunch of shit. Oh my god! I watched The Sadness.
The Sadness.
Dude,
that was awesome.
It is like crossed the fucking movie. Like,
yeah.
Oh my god. Yeah, that was fucking awesome.
Did you get Shudder finally? Or
yeah.
Okay.
Got it. I've been watching a bunch of old like shitty fucking 80s slashers and stuff. I just watched Ms. 45 today, which was horrible.
Did you see Summer School yet?
No.
I mean, it's not a horror movie, but
no, it's on my list. But it's on Amazon. You have to like rent it, and I don't feel like paying money for it. So
I think Shout Scream is actually doing like a half off of their DVD Blu-rays, and at a worthy price. But I am saving up for a trip in October, so yeah, going to Universal Halloween Horror Nights, and
I was like, where are you going? Oh yeah,
Disneyland. So finally get to experience Galaxy's Edge.
Finally.
Yeah. I'm sorry, you might be stuck here.
Yeah, I'm not going anywhere. I'm dying here.
But you're a father now, man.
Anyways.
And scene.
Yeah. Just kidding. I love you. You're not a nightmare at all. No, yeah, Galaxy's Edge sounds fun. Universal. I went to Halloween Horror Nights once, and it was like, you know, it was cool. Like I think that year was like the Saw year, so everything was like Saw
What year
based.
was that one?
2015, I think.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Maybe it was a while ago, but you know, I'm not trying to be like, oh, I'm not afraid of anything, because dude, I get scared all the time. But like when you're walking around, like, and there's these dudes like walking around with like chainsaws, or like, I don't know what they have, like machetes and shit, and they're dressed as clowns or dressed as like zombies or whatever, and they're like running up to you, like making noise. I'm like, bro, like, I see you. Like, I know you're not gonna hurt me. I know you're not a serial killer. Like, oh, like, ooh, you're so scary. Like, I don't want to be an asshole because I get it's your job, but like, go sneak up behind somebody and scare them. Don't just like walk straight towards me. Like, I'm just gonna walk around you. Like,
Yeah, I mean, this kind of goes back to one scare attraction that we went to. It was Knott's Berry Farm. It's with friends Jordy, Rachel, and Karina, and I think was another friend join us. I can't remember. Yeah, there was two others that joined us, and dude, those, like, it was funny when uh there was one instance, like, these guys, they were like kind of like shooting like sparks and all that, like kind
yeah.
of like skating on like the ground and everything.
Mm-hmm.
They had like little knee pads, but Jordy and I, we kept like pointing to Karina like in the back, like
Oh yeah,
she's a scared one and all that. So like they all went up to her and like it was pretty funny. It was pretty funny.
that is funny.
And then they had like a zombie shooting one, maze and all that. It was like laser tag almost.
Oh okay.
Damn, but I gotta say, anything with zombies, I'm like, good God, man, here we go again.
I see. I've seen a couple of those with like airsoft guns or paintball guns, where you go out and like an abandoned building or like a maze or something like that, and like, oh, zombies pop out and you gotta shoot them. You know, I'm like, that sounds cool, but then like at the same time, it's the same kind of shit where I'm like, what are you gonna do to me? Like, oh no, I didn't shoot the zombie. Like, rah.
Yeah.
Like, oh, all right, dude, get away from me. Like, we're good.
Um, yeah, I don't know. They're with scare attractions, they're really fun. Just get your money's worth. Like, go to the mazes. Okay. We talked about, being scared, but was there any particular like scare maze or thing that got you?
No.
Really?
No, other than like jump scares, just shit pops out real quick and startles you. There was nothing that like. The other big issue is, I've gone to it with a couple different haunted houses where you're like, fucking dude, we stood in line for this one Saw one for like an hour and a half, and like, dude, we're packed in there like fucking sardines, and so they're like pushing us through like in a huge group. So like, I hear screaming and look ahead, and the people that are like 10, 15 feet in front of me, I see some stuff happening, and then we're just like shuffling along, and we get into the room, and the guy's like resetting, laying down or whatever, and I'm like, cool, like I don't get to experience
yeah,
this room,
it's basically
like,
it's
okay, like
it's the people in front, like, because I mean, those people do have a job to, like, hey, we gotta get this line moving and all that, like, we totally get it, but the illusion of of it's just kind of ruined.
Yeah.
So yeah, I could definitely understand that. There was we went to this was 2015 when they had American Werewolf in London, and they had From Dusk Till Dawn, and they had Alien versus Predator in there.
Oh, good.
Yeah, well, I mean, this was right after Requiem, so
yeah, that's true.
Yeah, not a great one, but I mean, that's the only.
But not the worst.
Not the worst. It is the worst.
No.
Yeah, so no, I went with my cousin Rachel, and there was this couple and there was this guy in front of us, and it was right around the scene where the werewolf Nazis show up, and they just start blasting the place and all that. So this black guy, he was the only one by himself, and so what happened was that he's like, oh, hell no, I'm not going in there. But like the guy in the kind of druid robe, the universal worker, was just like, hey, you gotta go. So the guy like walks in there, and you could just see from like the little drapes and everything, and here comes the world Nazis just storming out and just like, and he's like, oh, and he just starts booking it, right? And so the couple in front of us, and we followed behind. Me, I was just loving it because I'm a huge American Werewolf in London fan, and now that was probably one of the best experiences. Now, same year, same park. I did get scared on the From Dusk Till Dawn maze, one part.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So it's like happened right around like the first part of the maze. You walk in, and this is when you kind of get like to the bar. I mean the titty twister, but it's
Oh yeah.
like you kind of enter like the Aztec looking cave or like the hallway or whatnot. I didn't see it, but like there was a drape and it flowed. But I noticed there was like a little, hidden way or something like that for an actor to hide. I was like, oh crap. Oh crap. And so this, she had snake eyes, this vampire hooker like comes out and she had like the biggest like fangs and all that, and I went like, yo. That got me. But
it's weird the noises and shit you make when you get scared. Like anyone, not like you specifically, but
no,
like,
yeah,
like it's just so you're not doing it on purpose. Or you're just like, and you're like, oh fuck, like I sound
no,
like
and I mean, yeah, you have to let it. You got to make it fun. I mean, yeah, you're gonna have hecklers and all that stuff, and I mean, but
see, and I definitely try not to be that person. Like,
oh, dude, don't
like,
ruin
it. I like to like scream and mess with people, but like, no, like, there's a difference between me. I'm just like the fucking actor. Like, if they pop out, I'm like, oh shit, like, oh, I know that. I'm talking about the dudes that like walk around and come up to you. But I see people all the time like, oh, you want to fight? Oh, you're not scary. Oh, like shit like that. It's like, just shut the fuck up and keep walking. Okay,
keep
like,
walking. Yeah.
There's some fucking minimum wage dude doing their fucking job here. Okay, like,
and
just
see,
go, oh,
yeah, there are a bunch
away,
of interns and all that. They're just doing their job, and the best time to go to these attractions is definitely when they open, because that's when the actors are all like fresh, prepped up,
Right,
and
exactly.
they got they're just ready to go to town.
Go anything after a week, they're all like, fuck my life.
Like the man, you could usually tell. I mean, when we went to, I mean, my first one with Halloween Horror Nights, they had like a purge welcoming ceremony.
Oh, yeah.
That was pretty cool. You had like all these people in like church attire and all that, like all like choir boys and singing like the theme, and then they had like the little warning, the little horn, worm, worm. And they revved up some chainsaws and everything, purgers to the hunting ground, and you just see people just storming in front pre-COVID. But no, I think one of the great things is when my cousin and I were like, which one do you want to do? Well, let's do the tour run by The Walking Dead.
Oh yeah, we did that.
That, dude, what was terrifying was when their makeup was fresh. And these are like Greg Nicotero, like zombies, like, man, if I had the fear of zombies as a kid and went through that, I would have shit my pants, literally. Yeah. Like, oh, hell no.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. We did the tour, and then like, I don't know if I'm sure it's the same for everyone or every year or whatever, but it was The Walking Dead, and there was like, it was from some movie, I can't remember, but they had like a crashed plane there.
Yeah, that was movie. It from War of the Worlds.
Yeah. Yeah, and so then like the tour's like going by there, and they're just like, "Oh, we can't, whatever." So everybody has to get off and walk from
that
here.
Part scared me more.
I was like, motherfucker,
like, dude, when they start gnawing near your ear, and you're like, Captain Rhodes, Day of the Dead, choke on it.
And then we walked by the Bates Hotel or Bates Motel. That was cool.
Yeah, that one's still up, isn't it? The one that
I
think
last time I was there, I don't know.
Yeah, I think the one that got caught on fire was the clock tower from Back to the Future. Yeah.
Shame.
I mean, dude, it's Hill Valley, man. Come on. Don't be a Debbie Downer. Wah, wah, wah.
Back to the Future, Ghostbusters, and Karate Kid are all overrated 80s movie.
Don't get there, man.
That's a whole nother
Ain't my fault, dude. You don't like Cobra Kai?
I don't.
What was the other flick? Ghostbusters?
And Back to the Future.
And Back to the Future, yeah. Yes, I was just talking about it.
They're all like decent enough movies, but they're like, I don't know. I feel like a lot of 80s movies are like that. People hold them in just like high regard. That like,
you know what's funny, man? I had a talk with someone about like one of the greatest heroes in movies, and you would not expect this coming from my mouth, but George McFly is actually one of the greatest movie heroes of all time. I'll get to it. So basically, you know, yeah, he's a dweeb and all that. He's a nerd and everything. But if you really think about it, he really, you know, has basically the course of the movie just needs to like have the balls to basically stand up to the people that like pushed him and all that. I'm not saying like, you know, go on a shooting spree or something like that. It's Crispin Glover and all that creepy thin man from Charlie's Angels. But no, I call him one of the greatest movie heroes. It's because the dude's like on the verge of like losing his entire family. He doesn't even know it yet. And the only one that's like guiding him, you know, to like reclaim, like get his, you know, life back in 1985 is basically his son, you know, from the future and all that, who kind of screwed things up. And now he has to repair the damage. But, yeah, only in that movie would someone befriend their wife's rapist, but
I was just gonna say the only heroic thing he did was stop a rape, which is pretty heroic.
Yeah, and then he like, you know, shoved the freaking ginger kid that like tried to like stall him, and his like son, his like youngest son is like disappearing like on stage and everything. But the part where it has, you know, where it has Marvin Berry and like his band, they're like, you know, playing Earth Angel, and Crispin Glover kisses Leah Thompson. This moment gets to me in the movie is when like Michael J. Fox just springs back up and he's like, you know, he plays the guitar. Marvin Berry's like, yeah, you know, playing, you know, singing Earth Angel, and his brother, sister, and him, you know, come back in the picture, and they're all, you know, fully, you know, they're alive. But the moment that gets me is when Crispin Glover, George McFly, waves his hand at his friend, you know, Marty, and, you know, Michael J. Fox waves back. The thing that gets me is that that's basically a father unintentionally waving to his son that everything is going to be okay. And that, you know, that's a parent's responsibility to their kids, is that like no matter what, everything is going to be okay, especially with that simple gesture. And, you know, the greatest thing is about that moment is that he doesn't even know it.
Right.
So that's what makes, you know, I would put George McFly as one of the greatest like movie heroes without a hero not even knowing.
And then he dies off camera, and you know everything in this next movie.
In the next movie, and he comes back and all that. But
That's
then,
true.
I mean, Back to the Future 2 did kind of kickstart the, you know, whole usage rights of, you know, actors' likenesses and everything, because he got pissed at Bob Gale and all of them for using his likeness and everything. And so, you know,
I don't want to be in your fucking movie. Okay.
Well, you're not gonna pay me or anything, so yeah. So yeah, damn, dude, that was pretty deep with it.
Now explain to us why Peter Venkman is the second best hero of all time.
Well, it's Bill Murray. Did you see that on? I think Quentin Tarantino was on Joe Rogan's podcast, but he talks about how Chevy Chase's movies were better than Bill Murray's in the 80s. You know?
I don't like Bill Murray, but I also don't like Chevy Chase. So. Like, what fucking Vacation? Yeah, Vacation's probably better than anything else that Bill Murray did, but like...
That was Chevy Chase. I did Vacation.
Isn't that what you just said?
Huh?
Isn't that what you just said?
No, you said that Bill Murray.
Yeah, no, I was saying Chevy Chase in Vacation. I said
Oh,
it's better
okay,
than anything Bill Murray did. But they were both in Caddyshack, which was awesome.
Caddyshack was funny.
But like, no,
It's so bad.
I hate most of the movies that Bill Murray's in, and Chevy Chase. So.
Really?
Yeah. Except Three Amigos. That's the best movie ever made.
Yeah, it definitely is. If you haven't seen it, definitely watch that one.
No, I don't like Groundhog's Day. I don't like Stripes. I don't like Scrooged. I like What About Bob? That's like
what about Bob? Give me. I need.
Baby steps towards the door.
Nah, dude. I love freaking Scrooge, man. Like, there's.
I also don't like Christmas movies in general, so Scrooge.
Except Die Hard.
That's true.
Die Hard is actually great.
I think like everyone debates the Die Hard being a Christmas movie thing, but I mean it's a movie that's set around Christmas and it has Christmas themes. Like, how is that not a Christmas movie? I'm not like, hey, put it up there with fucking Miracle on 34th Street or It's a Wonderful Life, shit like that. But like, you can't be like, hey, this takes place during Christmas, and then be like, oh yeah, also it's not a Christmas movie.
Oh, I didn't notice the Hocus Pocus thing on the wall there.
Yeah, that's Marky's thing. I guess.
I smelled children.
Speaking of overrated movies, Hocus Pocus. I just don't like everything that everybody else likes because I'm so cool and edgy and counterculture.
Yes, definitely.
No, I just like to not like things because other people do because it makes them mad.
Kind of like when people, let's go back to this, or let's go to this one. When people, oh, so sad for nothing against, the actor and everything, but if he's only remembered because of Black Panther.
Oh, yeah.
His, death overshadowed none other than Sir Sean Connery's.
His death overshadowed a lot of things. Like, it is sad, and it's sadder. I'd say it's sadder than Sean Connery's because Sean Connery was an old man who fucking, lived out his entire life and fantasies and, like a life that very few people get to do, where Chadwick, died young. And that's sad, but like also, like, if all these people are jerking themselves off over him because he was in a movie and a half, like, calm down, people, okay?
I do commend him, though, for, like, Sick, but doing those high-profile blockbuster movies. And, yeah, like, the thing at the ending of Endgame, when all the heroes come back from being dusted and everything.
Yeah.
The snap. And so he comes through the Doctor Strange portal and all that. I mean, that kind of does hit a few marks just because, like, oh crap, but
it does in retrospect.
Yeah.
But that would be like anyone, like, I don't know. Like, it's definitely sad, like I said, because he was a talented dude and died young and tragic. Fucking cancer, dude.
Colon cancer, yeah.
Like, that's horrible. But like, I don't know. I'm just one of those people that like nothing about the amount that they contributed to the world or anything. But I'm like, how many fucking people die from colon cancer? How many people die needlessly, senselessly, every day that nobody cares about? But it's like, oh, he was a character in a movie I liked. Like, okay, man. Like, I get it. I mean, to be sad at the moment, sure. But like, I know some fucking people that are like, I cried at the new trailer for Black Panther.
Oh, yeah. Like, Wakanda Forever. Yeah,
Shut the fuck up, okay? Like, Jesus. I'm not even going to call you a fucking pussy or anything. I'm just going to be like, man, if a trailer for a fucking superhero movie makes you cry, you need to reevaluate your fucking life.
Speaking of superheroes, man, I started rereading Watchmen.
Oh yeah,
dude. Like, I had a coworker of mine freaking borrow it. Still hasn't read it and all that, but it's like one of those things. Like,
give it back.
Oh no, I got it back all right because I was just like, it had like the original, like, because you know how like the recent now printings, they like kind of like change the color now.
Yeah.
And I was just like, what the hell is this? Like, why did the color get changed? So, no, I got it back. That's just a good book, man.
Yeah, Watchmen's fantastic.
Yeah, Watchmen, Dark Knight Returns. I know there's like new comics out there. would really love to talk about, any graphic novels out there. The sequel, man, the things that things have changed for the past like almost 10 years since our last episode. Technically, this is supposed to be episode 27 of Pop Cult Ritual, and so, see the sequel to Watchmen, Doomsday Clock. That was, I know some people, anything outside of the graphic novel or the story, people just kind of disregard it. Also, like Alan Moore hates it. He has his fans and all that, but me, I'm just like, whatever. I'm a sucker for nostalgia or where does the story go?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a good story. I liked it. I mean, it sucks when, especially when you're someone like Alan Moore, who's such a fucking, like just hates everything, but like.
He's like, you hate some things, but I don't like, I'm not a hate on his level,
Yeah. Oh yeah, exactly. Like,
like you don't want to put your kids in college, dude. Like I know you're, they're gonna prostitute your.
Alan Moore's like, I created this thing that everybody loves, and fuck you for loving it.
Fuck you for loving it.
Like, dude, fuck off, okay? Like, that's something with celebrity, any kind of celebrity, whether you're a writer, actor, director, fucking musician, whatever. Man, I don't care what your state of mind when you wrote something is, when you create something.
How much LSD did you have?
No, when you create something and put it out to the world, like, you know what, Alan Moore, you want to fucking be all edgy and, like, keep your own shit? Like, write a goddamn comic and then just lock it in a safe, and then you're like, I wrote the greatest comic of all time, it's in my safe. Like,
it's in me safe.
Yeah, they're like, cool, then nobody gets to look at it and criticize it or, try to expand on it. But you write one thing, I know he wrote a ton of things, I'm talking about Watchmen.
Yeah.
You write one volume, 12 issues of Watchmen, and, it's a whole complete story, and, 35 years ago, and, like, yeah, like, people.
Can you believe that 35 years ago?
People fucking love it, and they want more of that universe, and you're like, nope. Like, okay, well, what if nope? Like, dude, we want more. We want more of that stuff. Like, nope.
Give us the action figures, man. Give us the,
Yeah, and like, just what, to be a spiteful dickhead, or because you don't want other people handling your IP?
He's got a status quo and all that. It's not exactly he created like the Mona Lisa or something.
And I get like,
can you imagine the sequel to the Mona Lisa?
For Ellen Moore, she's a swamp thing now.
that's what he means by his art,
Like, because I get it. Like, when you take something, that's the other big thing, and I see why he is so fucking angry about when you take somebody's work and bastardize it, like the fucking
totally
League of Extraordinary Gentlemen movie, or pretty much any movie they made of all his shit. Like, they're good as movies. V for Vendetta, like, I liked it a lot more watching it several other times than when I first watched it. I was like, that fucking sucked. Watchmen. I liked The Watchmen the first time I watched it, but watching the director's cut, I'm like, oh man, that's so much better. But it's still nothing compared to the novel.
No.
But then when you want to make like a sequel or a prequel or like a spin-off or whatever, you're like, we're not like changing anything about your work. With Watchmen exists over here. Doomsday Clock is, right here. Before Watchmen is here. The Watchmen TV show, the HBO series, like, that's all there. It exists in the same universe, like, as your creation. So, like, why are you such a fucking prick about it?
And the thing is, like, there's one person who doesn't really care about the system and all that, still a rebel in the field and all that, but they still want more of his work. Like, the one creator that I do love is John Carpenter, who just holds out his hand, and he's like, I'll just wait for a big fat Hollywood paycheck to just land in my hand, and I get to do whatever I want with it. That's the beauty of it.
It's pretty funny.
Yeah.
Did you see Jordan Peele? Somebody was talking about, like, he's a great horror director, or like the greatest horror director ever. And he said, like, somebody wrote it wherever, and Jordan Peele is like, I won't take John Carpenter's slander here, like, implying that John Carpenter's the best horror director of all time.
Yeah, and
like, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, but please, like, have you seen Nope?
No.
Okay,
nope.
I definitely Nope, but yeah, I've not seen Nope, but I've heard good things about it. Like, it was entertaining, so I'm not a huge Keke Palmer fan, but
I haven't watched Us yet either. So
Us, that was okay. Yeah,
I'm a big Michael Wincott fan though, so I
Nope. Top dollar from The Crow. Caw, bang.
Fuck, I'm dead.
That little voice of his. And he tried to pass off as a French guy in Three Musketeers.
And he was an alien resurrection.
And he got killed like a bitch.
He died like the first person. And what other fucking movie was that? Along Came a Spider? Is that the one he was in?
I can't remember
one of
that
those
movie.
Like weird like Morgan Freeman movies they made like 3 of in like 5 years where he's like a cop and like somebody's a serial killer. He's in one of those. I don't remember what it is, but I'll have to look it up.
Michael Wincott, though, great actor. Yeah, that was like, if they would have just shown him in one of the first trailers, I'm like, okay, I definitely want to watch this just because it's Michael Wincott.
It was Along Came a Spider.
It was? Okay.
Yeah, it's a good movie. But.
Yeah. Can you believe there's like some movies out there that most of our friends haven't seen?
Yeah, we have some pretty repressed friends, like, that just, I don't know, you're like, nobody in particular, but when you live in like one world of, like, oh, I only watch
superhero movies.
I only watch comedy movies. I only watch Disney specials.
I watch Halloween, but no other horror movie after that. Right. Yeah.
It's like, dude, holy shit! Like, expand your fucking horizons, man. Like, there's so much
leap of faith and all that.
Like,
yeah.
I remember back in high school, I was all like about like it was comedy or like over the top action, and that was it. And then I discovered like good fucking drama movies, and like anything that has better storylines, and I'm like, holy fuck, man, like there's so much more to movie making and storytelling than just, titties.
Tits make everything awesome.
They do make it better.
No, I'm talking like nice women's tits, not fat men tits. Sorry, bud. Yeah, I have some titties too. No, there's definitely some horror movies. You know what? I have to cut it right here with. I keep seeing that Pennywise magnet up there on your fridge, dude. I just watched that documentary, Pennywise: The Story of It.
Oh yeah.
With like all the actors and everything. They talk about like Jonathan Brandis, before he committed suicide and all. But that was a great documentary. You could get what is it, Screambox? Like just do the whole month trial, but it was worth it.
Yeah, I'll have to watch it.
Yeah. So now they pretty much talk about how trying to adapt Stephen King's work and like will he like it and everything. Short answer, he did. But basically he did, but it could have been better, like the book almost. And they had like changes just because it was a TV budget movie. So
had to take out the child orgy.
The turtle at the very end of the book. That was weird.
Stephen King's somebody that like I don't think he has any like I don't feel like he has any sincerity. Like John Carpenter. Like everything John Carpenter does, like I believe in, Yeah. Whereas like Stephen King, he just like shits out a book. Like literally, he like sits down and like, he's like, oh, here's another fucking blockbuster movie. Here you go, and like then they make it, and it's like, well, it was different than the book, and he's like, I don't really give a fuck, man. They gave me like $10 million for this piece of shit.
Dude, no, no. Since I went to Bangor, Maine in April. Dude, knowing like the history where he got like all the inspiration, like if you haven't done the Stephen King tour in Bangor, Maine, definitely do it, man, because you're gonna visit a bunch of like movie locations, but also locations that did inspire his Stephen King's works. Dude, like Jamie, our tour guide, he
shout out to Jamie
out there, but he we're driving in this one neighborhood where it was Georgie and Bill's neighborhood. But before that, it was basically, he said, if you look at the houses here and, across the street, these were actually the houses that were drawn in the animated parts of Creepshow 2.
Really?
With the kid with the Venus flytrap. Dude, I had to like reference like photos because of all the pictures I took, and holy crap, man. I was like, I was in Creepshow 2. Like, where's the crypt keeper, man? Where's the Venus flytrap that eats that fat bully and all that? Dude, but it was definitely amazing, man. For anyone, I would like to go back there, especially with Stephen King's house too. Dude, like that looked pretty sick. But also what he did to give, money back to that town.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hope so.
No, like, dude, like the children's hospital that he donated money to and everything, like him and his wife Tabitha, really cool folks, man. Like from
his wife's name is Tabitha. What wouldn't it
be? Oh man, but I'm currently reading his short story collection Night Shift because it has trucks, which one of my favorite Stephen King.
Hell yeah.
It was one of his worst, but
see, that's like at the best, like
he was coked out of his mind.
Like, holy fuck, dude!
Like the best Green Goblin interpretation ever. That truck
for sure. And like, and it is again, like it's a shitty movie, but like it's at least interesting. Like, holy fuck, man, how many like stories about ghosts or fucking werewolves or vampires? Like, yeah, we get it. Like it's just weird, and nothing like against him specifically, but it kind of goes back to like the Alan Moore thing we were just talking about. Like one of my favorite horror, thriller, whatever you want to call it, movies of all time, The Mist. Like,
The Mist,
that's a Stephen King book or short or whatever the fuck it was. I don't know. I've never read it. But like then Frank Darabont changed the ending to that ending.
Yeah.
And like, holy fuck, I'm not going to spoil it because if you haven't seen The Mist,
watch it. If you haven't seen it, watch it. Yeah.
Oh my god. And like
it's a freaking gut punch.
And Stephen King was like, wow, that's way better than my ending. Like, yeah, it is because you fucking suck. Like, no. No, but it's like,
puts a curse on you.
Like, where do you, like, on one hand, it's like, where do you get off being like, yeah, I don't like the ending of that, so I'm going to change it. But on the other hand, you're like, wow, I thought of something way better. Like,
not only that, I mean, his book Different Seasons, that obviously gave birth to Shawshank Redemption. And that the movie was I can't believe that's still like the #1 IMDb movie of all time.
I know, right?
Well,
like,
which
Shawshank and all, but come on.
I mean, when you do look at, I mean, in some way, like life is a prison. Not even behind the walls of Shawshank, and that's me, J.D. Davis.
Okay.
You wanted me to talk like Morgan Freeman.
I'd like to tell you that he didn't get raped by the sisters in that laundry room.
He got raped by Dre from Aliens.
But I'd be lying. I'd like to tell you that Andy Dufresne crawled through that river of shit to get on the outside.
You needed your Morgan Freeman.
I had to do it. It's not even good at just like talking like that.
We'll get to impressions soon.
My ass is still in jail while Andy's out there a free man. So I'll go make some more Alex Cross movies. Or play God.
The almighty movies.
Oh, if we're going to do impressions in like a different show, I better save all 2 of mine for that.
Well, what impressions do you have?
Christopher Walken.
Christopher Walken, yeah.
That's the worst Morgan Freeman. Oh, Mickey Mouse.
Yeah, Mickey Mouse.
I can do Mickey Mouse. When I want to. There's a fucking demon in my house.
Uh-oh. They're hearing it, but
I think that's about it.
But
for my
impressions, yeah. No. Me, it's on the I'll do my best, but I can't stop giggling though. That's just my kryptonite. Yeah, but right. I could do definitely good impressions of like Friends and Family though. Just give me a good 5 minutes, like mannerisms and all that. Be like, okay, I'll do my best. Be the worst impressions, but I mean, I'll get it down to a T.
Yeah, I can do a couple of my friends.
Yeah.
And ex-friends.
Acquaintances.
People that I used to know.
People that I used to know. Oh, God, that song. Oh, man. How does it feel to be back?
It's good. It's weird, but it's good. It's been a long time since we sat down, and we sit down and talk all the time, but like talking into a microphone is so much different somehow.
And people want to know the reason why we do this. We do this because, not in hopes of, yay, we get views out there. I mean, we get views, likes, shares, please do that. But like, we want to share our recorded conversations. We want it out there and all that. I'll tell you this, spoiler, we're not going to be running for president anytime soon. But
yeah, I think my Chadwick hate earlier on kind of ruined mine. So
yeah, I think our cursing and
Chadwick.
then a certain light tube vid would make its way.
That's true. Yeah. We'll put a link in the description to my videos of Joe hitting me with light tubes. And if you want more, like, comment,
I don't know
subscribe.
what you're talking about, man. Some other guy. Them Asians, they all look alike.
Some other little Filipino. I know a couple of them. Y'all look alike.
Yeah. You can't say that now.
They do, though. If I showed you a picture of Joe and his two brothers, you'd be like, those are all the same person.
No, we don't. I'm the one with the dimples.
Yeah.
One has age over me and the other, well...
Youth and exuberance.
Yes. Yes, that one. And don't forget the sister. But yeah.
She doesn't look like you guys, luckily.
No. Definitely our dad, though. But
sick burn.
Sorry, sis. But no, I love you guys. But
I'm just imagining your dad with a wig.
Dude, they did one of those little Snapchat face swaps, but it uncanny resemblance. But it's just like, oh man, I know a lot of us. They say they look like our mom and all, but I don't know. Kinda, I guess.
Yeah. My dad said I look like the mailman. So.
Well, I mean, with your kid now, definitely looks like a combo of you and Mark.
Yeah, he looks like me when I was younger, which is good news because he doesn't look like me now, but bad news because he could look like me now later. But he's got a lot of Marky. Like, thank fuck he got Marky's like a little cute nose and not my giant like Roman Greek fucking shitty nose. Like, he's got blonde hair.
My name is Gladiator.
Wasn't he a Spaniard?
It is Inigo Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die. That was impression number 37.
Good job.
Well, I believe that wraps it up for this episode. It feels good to be back. This is a great start episode. I can't believe this is number 27. I've come to find out it's 28. Oops, our bad.
Doesn't matter.
No.
We should do like start over like this. Be like X1, or something like that. Like
yeah.
Instead of just being like, this is episode 28. Like people are gonna feel lost.
No, yeah. If you want to hear our older episodes, please. We're not going to like edit or, change anything because that's history, guys. You don't want to alter history. Come on. What do you think we are?
There's a lot of old opinions in there that may not hold up today.
No.
Language that may not hold up today, but I don't give a fuck, man. Like, even like that, I just don't care. Like, I said it. Like, I'm not going to hide something I said. Nothing. I didn't say anything that bad.
No.
But it's just
nothing
like,
too bad. Nothing too bad.
No, like people want to pretend like they didn't fucking, say something or do something 10 years ago. Like, yeah, just own it and fucking get over it, man.
Own it and get over it. And heck, look what happened to James Gunn.
Right.
Kevin Hart too.
Several times.
Yeah, no kidding. All right. Well, this wraps it up for this episode of Pop Cult Ritual. My name is Joe.
And JD.
And we'll see you all next time. And bring clean underwear.